Comfort food. It's one of the things that's kept me sane this past year. Comfort food can be food. It can be your favorite Star Wars blanket from when you were 8. Or for a cynical adult like me, comfort food can be cartoons. Before I get into it, I wanted to show you guys Da Vinci. Full name, Lenora Da Vinci J. Cat Bowen. She's here because she's another thing that's helped keep me sane, and not just because showing pets drives engagement on YouTube. Anyway, back to it. So, I have a lot of comfort food cartoons. Star Blazers, Steven Universe, classic Looney Tunes. I have all of those in my library, and I've been known to put all 3 on shuffle. Together. I choose chaos. But my biggest comfort food cartoon by far is Scooby-Doo. I can watch any old Scooby-Doo cartoon any old time. Now, I see that look you're giving, and I feel like I should clarify some things. When I say I'll watch any Scooby-Doo cartoon, I do mean any. From the classic Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? To that weird one with Vincent Price.
There go the 13 foulest specters and ghouls on Earth.
Yes, even that. Which is to acknowledge that, unquestionably, some iterations of Scooby-Doo are much more enjoyable than other iterations of Scooby-Doo. And yet, I'll watch them all. For my money, Mystery Inc. is everything Scooby-Doo can be. It starts with the classic Scooby-Doo formula and adds a fascinating overarching mystery, self-aware humor.
A scrapbook! I bet it's filled with wonderful pictures of traps?
We used this one to catch the Phantom of Vasquez Castle.
And I'll say it, the best art that Scooby-Doo has ever had. Remind me to tell you sometime about my belief that we experienced a period I call the Scooby-Sance that began in 1998 with the release of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. In this essay, So back in my first video, I put out the call for your comfort food cartoons, and I got some great responses. Starting with the artsy whale, who says, I'd say my comfort food cartoon would have to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. It was a big part of my childhood, and I still really love watching it, especially now that it's back on Netflix. I've rewatched Avatar on Netflix myself. Unlike Artsy Whale, I was already a cynical adult when the show came out, but now he gets the pleasure of seeing the next generation discover their childhood favorites. Eugene describes himself as a Max Fleischer fan, and I promise I will get to that video on the Fleischer Studios Superman cartoons. Fleischer Studios is so dead now that their stuff is public domain, but back in the day, Coco the Clown, Bimbo, and Betty Boop were legit competitors to Disney. Pipsqueak Incorporated, who just dropped an awesome video about King of the Hill, agrees with me about Steven Universe. She says, it's made me cry more than once, and that's completely a good thing. I'm not going to show the picture of my eyes again, but I totally feel you. Even when I think I'm immune, I try to watch that video of Estelle at Comic-Con and give me a minute here. Over on Facebook, Dave says, for me, Futurama and The Simpsons. And he agrees with me about Looney Tunes, saying, nothing pushes that button like 50s Warner Brothers. Christian is another Warner Brothers fan, who added this about the director Chuck Jones. I still love the Chuck Jones stuff as my comfort food. I especially love the Looney Tunes 1950s take on the ever-optimistic future that never was. Which is a good reminder that Chuck Jones did more than just Looney Tunes. In his early days at Warner Brothers, he started out trying to match Disney for cutesiness, before he developed his own recognizable style. And for the rest of his career, you could always tell a Chuck Jones cartoon. But you don't have to take my word for it. If you like Chuck Jones or you just want to learn more about him, check out the documentary In-Betweens and Extremes at the link up there.
I didn't know I was going to be an animator.
And, speaking of Looney Tunes, Daniel says, I still dig classic old Disney and Looney Tunes cartoons, and the pulpy action-adventure of Jonny Quest. I do love some pulpy action-adventure, and Jonny Quest is exactly that. Like the old pulp adventure and sci-fi magazines, it's hastily written, cheaply produced, and is a delivery system for airplanes and dinosaurs and frogmen and walking eyes. If you're too young to know Jonny Quest, it's what the Venture Brothers is doing.
Oh, beans! What is it?
It's a walking eye, Hank, and the government loves him.
Though, also like the pulps, there are a lot of portrayals that don't age well. I mean, starting with the fact that Haji has never been played by a person. Hi, sorry to interrupt myself. I was about to say that Haji has never been played by a person of color, but as I was writing this, a new commercial dropped for Jellystone. Jellystone is that upcoming show on HBO Max with a bunch of classic Hanna-Barbera characters, and the trailer included Johnny and Haji. And it only took 57 years, but Haji is finally being played by Iraqi-Canadian actor Fajer Al-Kaisi. So that's pretty cool. Now let's see what they do with him. And while you're at it, how about a straight reboot of Jonny Quest? And if you do, call me, because I got some ideas. Anyway, back to it. I won't even get into Dr. Zinn. So if you do check it out, treat it like you would treat any piece of media from that time, and be prepared. On a more positive note, Daniel also says, I have a soft spot for Adventure Time, since it was so creative and I watched with my son Brendan. And great job on that. Props to parents who watch cool stuff with their kids. Fred put in a word for Bullwinkle and Fractured Fairy Tales. And, true story, Bullwinkle J. Moose and Rocket J. Squirrel are the reason Da Vinci's middle initial is J. And finally, Rob says, having grown up on shows like JLU, Megas XLR, and SpongeBob, it's nice to see people can appreciate later generations of cartoon work. Rob also says, Transformers the movie 1986 is my comfort food. I must have watched it every weekend of middle school. Oh, you and I are together on that. My lame claim to fame? I saw Transformers the movie in the theater when it came out. Twice. Jealous? The appeal of the Transformers franchise is simple. Giant robots bashing the ever-loving crap out of each other. Don't know how anyone can screw that up. Transformers the movie is that appeal distilled to its purest form. I've said it before, robots are how you keep your action cartoons on the right side of standards and practices. Or rated PG in this case.
Oh shit, what are we gonna do now?
Though they did draw the line at Ultra Magnus getting drawn and quartered. Couple that with the fact that Hasbro wanted to dump all the old characters for the new toys, and set it all to that bangin' soundtrack. I gotta be honest here, Rob is someone I work with. And when we met him, one of the ways we knew he was the right candidate was after impressing us in the interview, we were taking him around the office, and he zeroed in on the G1 Grimlock I keep on my desk. So, not looking forward to schlepping into the office again, but it'll be awesome to see you face to face again. And it was awesome to hear from all of you. So here's my next question. Rob mentioned Megas XLR, which is one of the great cartoons that got canceled way too soon. What are your favorite cartoons that died a premature death? Do you wish we'd gotten to see Greg Weisman's plans for 5 seasons of Spectacular Spider-Man? Do you feel like Motorcity was made just for you? Because I do. So scroll down and tell me in the comments your favorite cartoons that were cut short. And while you're down there, did you know you can use those buttons to like and subscribe? Give it a try. And let me know if you want to see more of Da Vinci. For shame, Rob!